And I want to give you a list of some of the things to watch out for when you get back home, called enemies within yourself. Here's the first one: indifference. Whatever you do, practice not being casual. You've got to shake off sometimes the lethargy that would say, oh, well, maybe it's not going to work for me, or I'll just go along and see what happens. I'm asking you, whatever you do, the intensity that you've gathered up here during this extravaganza, I want you to take this same intensity home with you. Don't be casual. Casualness creates casualties, whether it's in Herbalife or whether it's on the freeway. Go home with a renewed intensity. Don't let indifference take over. Here's the next one: indecision. Someone's mentioned it a couple of times on this stage. They've had to deal with it. You've got to deal with it. Indecision is called the thief of opportunity. Make decisions even if it's a wrong decision. Do the very best you can, make a decision and go with it. If it doesn't work out because it was a wrong decision, I'm telling you, that gives you experience now to make a better decision. Here's the next one: doubt. We've all got to deal with the enemy of doubt. Cynicism has a unique way of crowding in on all of us. Being cynical about the government, being cynical about banks and money, being cynical about society, being cynical about the past, cynical about the future. I'm asking you, don't let that disease grab you by the throat and ruin your chances to do well in Herbalife. Yes, it's easy to doubt that it can happen. It's easy to doubt. We've all got fears that want to crowd in. And here's one of the worst ones of all, and that is to doubt yourself. I know we look at Mark, glamorous, handsome, good-looking, mega millionaire, extremely successful. Say, my gosh, I don't think that could happen for me. But I want you to know that Mark says, and I say to you, that if it can happen to us, it can happen to anybody in this room. Don't doubt your own ability. Don't doubt your own strength. If Mark can make it through some tough times, you can make it through. If Mark went through some strenuous times, you can go through those strenuous times. When the nights were long for Mark, I'm telling you, he made it. If he made it, you can make it. If I can make it, you can make it. If these people in the president's team can carve out an extraordinary story, second to none, in the business community of the world, I'm telling you, from these tables, this success can go right on back to the millionaire team and the Get team and to everybody up there, wherever you're sitting today. All of this belongs to all of you. Don't doubt that, not for a minute. Next is worry. I mean, you know, you got to worry some. But here's the clue: don't let it conquer you. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning and your daughter's not home, yes, you've got to worry. If you're in New York City and step off the curb and one of those yellow taxis is coming, yes, you better worry. But mark this down: let worry alarm you, but don't let it conquer you. We all need to be concerned. We all need to be concerned. If there's enemies around, we need to be concerned. If it isn't going well, yes, we need to be concerned. But I'm asking you to let it concern, let it touch you, let it alarm you, but don't let it conquer you. Take all of the worries you've got and try to drive them into the smallest corner you can possibly find. If you don't, worry will be like a mad dog loose in the house. It'll have you in the corner. So whatever your enemies are here, drive them into a small corner. Here's the next one: over-caution. Hey, in the spring, if you're too cautious, you never will plant the seed. If you're too cautious, you won't take the chance. If you're too cautious, you won't step out front. If you're so cautious, you probably never would have done your first meeting. Make this note: you got to take a chance. Drive your tendency to be too cautious. Drive it into a small corner. Yes, you can't be gullible. No, you can't go for everything. Yes, you've got to be careful. Yes, but don't be so cautious that it paralyzes you. Don't be so cautious that it restricts your chance to do better. See if you can't conquer that. Here's the next one. Pessimism. Yes, there's the dark side. Yes, there's the problem side. Yes, there's the difficult side. But I'm telling you, it's not the only side. Yes, the glass is half empty, but it's also half full. Yes, there's the dark side, but there's the light side. Yes, the night comes, but so does the day. I'm telling you, don't be afraid of both sides, opportunity and difficulty, chance and danger. Learn how to handle it all. Now here's the last one. When you get back home, you've got to deal with it. I have to deal with it. We all have to deal with it. And that's complaining. Yes, there's room for a legitimate complaint. Yes, there's room for a legitimate business complaint. Yes, there's room for a legitimate complaint with the 13th floor. Yes, there's room for a legitimate complaint with the warehouse. Yes, there's room for a legitimate complaint once in a while with each other. But here's what I'm asking you. Don't let complaining master your life. If you become a chronic complainer, I'm telling you, nobody wants to be around you. Chronic complainer. I wouldn't want you for a business partner. Don't let complaining conquer your life. See if you can't drive it into a small corner. That's the season of summer. Nourish your values like a mother and fight your enemies like a father. Even if you have to fight the enemies that are within yourself. Make this note. Don't become a victim of yourself. It's possible to become a victim of tragedy. It's possible to become a victim of gossip. It's possible to become a victim of the things that happen out there. But here's the most important thing. Don't become a victim of yourself. Forget the thief in the alley that's after your purse. What about the thief in your mind that's after your promise? The thief in your mind that says you're too short. The thief in your mind that says you're too tall. The thief in your mind that says, well, yes, it'll happen to people out in California, but it can't happen way over here on this side of the world. I'm asking you to conquer that thief even though you find him in your own consciousness. I want to reassure you that you can do it. I want you to reassure you that you can make the decisions. I want to reassure you that no matter what the night, no matter what the storm, no matter what the difficulty, there isn't anybody here that can't figure it out. Find some things to do, step at a time, yes. Minute at a time, yes. Day at a time, yes. Week at a time, yes. But there isn't anything you can't walk away from. There isn't any challenge you can't overcome. I want you to have that kind of belief in yourself. Now here's the last season. Now here's the last season. It's called the season of harvest. After the long summer that we've been faithful, we've been disciplined, we've nourished our values like a mother, we've fought our enemies like a father, then, as one writer said of ancient script, in due time, your harvest will come. And I want to give you that promise today one more time. I want to remind you of the seasons. I want to remind you of the testimonials you've already heard on this stage. Those that have already gotten the diamonds, they've got the cufflinks, they've got the earrings. Those that have got the rewards, and some of those extraordinary rewards are going to be passed out on this stage here this evening. And that's going to be exciting to watch. Julio's going to be here. He's going to be fun to watch. Mark's been here. Nothing much more exciting than to watch Mark take charge, watch Mark enjoy the proceeds of all that he's created in the last 15 years. It's exciting to watch the president's team and be excited. And I'm going to be happy to watch all of what unfolds here. But I'm also happy about watching myself. I can't believe where I am today. I can't believe what's happened to me. But sure enough, their rewards came, Mark's rewards came, and so did mine. And I want you to have that same opinion. Your day will come. Your harvest is sure. It'll be there for you. Herbalife will be here to reward you every step of the way. Whatever small steps of progress you have to take them. Herbalife will be here to reward you. And when you finally walk across a stage like this evening, it will be a thrill beyond imagination. And then you'll be able to say, by gosh, the hard work has paid off. The lonely nights have paid off. Working hard every day has paid off. And my harvest has finally come. Now, a couple of things I want you to think about now in the harvest time. Here it is. Accept your personal harvest with full responsibility. No need to complain because it's your crop. If Herbalife does its best, Herbalife produces the finest products and the finest marketing, the support system second to none. I've never seen the likes of a support system like Herbalife. If all of that's been provided for you, I'm telling you the rest is up to you. So whatever your harvest is, you've got to say, that's my harvest. Don't complain. Take responsibility. Now here's the next one. Don't apologize. When you walk home with the rewards that you're going to be receiving here, especially you and the president's team, chairman's club, millionaire team, get team, you that have been especially honored by having these seats of honor here in this extravaganza, I want you to go home prouder than you've ever been before. And here's what I want you to say when you get home. I deserve the honor. I got it, but I deserved it. They don't pass out diamonds for non-work. We don't pass out diamonds for those that are just related to us. We don't pass out these extraordinary rewards and give honor to those who don't do the job. Those who do the work get the pay, and those that do the work get the honors. And I'm proud of all of you here today. On more than one occasion, I've heard Mark say, I'm proud of what I do. He's around a lot of top executives now around the world, and some of them aren't that proud of how they earn their money. But every dollar that Mark earns, every fortune and piece of fortune that he makes stacked on top of the other, I'm telling you, Mark says, I look myself in the mirror and say, I'm darn proud of the success I've got because of the service I've rendered to the people. And you can likewise be proud. In the matter of personal development, learn the story of the seasons. There's 3 parts, though, to personal development. Here they are. Number 1, the physical part. Herbalife's extraordinary products, both for nourishment, maintaining your weight control, nourishing the body. Now dermagetics for the outside. First part of personal development is physical. Here's an important thing to remember. The body and the mind work together. You might have ideas, you might have ambition, things you want to accomplish, but here's what the body has to be. A good support system to make your dreams come true. That's why Herbalife plays such an incredible role in its nourishment, giving you the health, giving you the vitality, giving you the energy, giving you the vigor. One ancient phrase said this, treat your body like a temple, something you take extremely good care of. Mark got interested in that all those years ago and has never deviated from that. The best to nourish the body. Why? You got to have a good physical support system if you want to make your dreams come true. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, the mind says, let's go get them, and the body says, I can't get out of bed. You just got to say, body, that's the last time. I'll walk you around the block until you got the muscles. I'll take you to the gym until you're strong. I'll put an extra couple of shakes down you until you get vital and fit. I'm telling you. Nourish the body. Habits you've got that are going to be destructive, I'm telling you, minimize those to the best of your ability so that you'll have a body that will take you places you want to go, make your dreams come true, that'll have the vitality and the power, the influence. Now there's another part to the physical, and that's physical appearance. Not only should you look good or feel good, you got to look good. Physical appearance, I'm telling you, is part of success. Interesting phrase. Let me quote it for you. God looks on the inside, one prophet said. People look on the outside, which gives me an indication you take care of the inside, spirituality for God, but you take care of the outside for people. You say, well, people shouldn't judge you by your appearance. Let me give you a clue. They do. They do. Now, of course, when people get to know you, they'll judge you by more than what they see. But at first, they're going to take a look. And here's some of the best advice I've got. Make sure the outside of your physical appearance is a true reflection of the inside. Make sure you work on that. As you appear on the outside, let that be a good indication of what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your head, what's going on in your soul. So take care of the physical. Now here's the second part, the spiritual. I'm not here to win anyone to my point of view, but I do happen to believe in human spirituality, that we're not just animals, an advanced form of the animal kingdom. We're a special creation. I happen to be a believer. I'm not here to persuade you to my personal belief. But here's what I am. Well, got some more believers. Wonderful. Fantastic. I appreciate that. Now here's my point on spirituality. If you are a believer, don't neglect, study, and practice your spirituality. Pay attention. Let it grow. Let it be a vital part of your life and your future. Don't neglect. Key phrase, one of the greatest reasons why people don't have what they want, they simply neglect. They neglect the small things. They neglect the details. They neglect daily operation. They neglect consistency. Don't let neglect grab you by the throat, keep you in the shadows while others are walking into the sunlight. And here's an important one. Number one, don't neglect nourishment. Number two, don't neglect physical appearance. And number three, don't neglect your spirituality. Now here's the next one. That's the mind. One of the reasons we came to this extravaganza was to celebrate, yes. It was to exchange ideas, yes. It was to get to know each other, yes. But here's one of the most important reasons for being at extravaganza, and that was to have a mental feast. Things to ponder. There's an ancient script that says humans cannot live on food alone. And here was the addition to that statement: humans cannot live just on food. Animals can, dogs can, alligators can, spiders can. But humans cannot live just on food. Here's what it says. Humans also have to have words. Words that nourish the mind. Words that nourish the soul. Words that nourish the spirit. And I've been so pleased as I've sat here day after day, from the planning meetings to the president's team to the chairman's class to all of the training that's gone on here the last 2 or 3 days, you have had an incredible diet of good words. I'm asking you to treasure those words. I'm asking you to let those words affect your thoughts. Let it affect your mind. Let it affect your goals. Let it affect your intensity for the future. Good words. Words, one ancient prophet said, are like a lamp for your feet so you can see where to walk, and a light for your pathway so you can see where to go. Thank God for the words that formulated Mark's dream 15 years ago. Thank God for the training of the president's team that crisscrossed the world. Thank God for every class that's being held on Saturday morning, the training classes. Words that are spread out now all around the world. Words of hope, words of encouragement, words of life. Let your mind be fed with all good words. And then here's the next one. Make sure you deliver good words. There's people in the dark until you get there with your words. People will be unhealthy until you arrive. They won't know where to go until you come and show them the way. A lot of people are going to be lost until you're out there saying, hey, I've got a light. Come my way. I can show you how to get out. I can show you how to get out of a bad situation. I can show you how to get out of poor health. If you've got financial problems, I'm telling you, I got a way out. And let your words shine. Let your words be life. Let them be bread and let them be light. You're the light of the world. I want you to ponder these 4 questions. Here's the first one, and that's why. Why pay the price? Why work this hard? Why go this far? Why try to learn this much? Why try to do it all? Why try to see it all? Why try to have it all? Why do it? Why learn it? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share, develop every skill you possibly can, see every human you possibly can, go to every class you possibly can, touch everybody you possibly can? Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? That's a good question, why? And you're the only one personally that can answer that question for yourself. You've got to have your own list of whys. Here's what I want you to do when you go home after you've left this extravaganza. Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. In leadership training, here's what we learn. If the why is powerful, the how is easy. But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing. From the movie The Professionals, I listened to Bill Heron give his testimony yesterday. From the movie The Professionals, it said, we joined because we believed. We stayed because we were committed. We left because we were disillusioned. But we came back because we were lost. Without a dream, we are nothing. I'm asking you to sit down with your family and develop a dream strategy. I'm asking you to make a list of what you want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want? The architect of the universe is here to bless you with whatever you want. Herbalife has got the ability to make it all come true. But you've got to decide, what do you want? What kind of income do you want? What kind of gifts do you wish to bestow? What kind of power would you like to have? What kind of influence would you like to have? I'm asking you to go home and work on the why. Spend some time as you fly over the clouds and over the ocean back to where you came from. I'm asking you to have a vision by the time you've reached home of why you want Herbalife to work for you, why you want this kind of income, why you want this kind of recognition and these kinds of skills. I'm asking you to develop your own list of why. Because if you can come up with a strong enough list of why, Herbalife can furnish the how. Now, here's number 2. The first question to ponder when you go home is why. Here's another good answer to why. It's the second question, why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how much you can learn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not see what kind of influence you can have? Why not see how many people you can rescue from oblivion? Why not see how many people you can reach? I shared one of my goals with a group just last night. Here it is, one of my goals, to reach the peak of my skills by the year 2000. So I've got some work to do by the year 2000, turn of the century, turn of the millennium. I want to reach the peak of my skills by the year 2000. And then come the next century, I want to utilize those skills in touching every human I can possibly touch for the rest of my life. Those are some of my goals. I want you to establish some of your goals. I want you to give thoughtful consideration to your goals. And why not? If a farm boy can wander out of Idaho and finally arrive at this extravaganza, why not you? If Mark Hughes can walk away from the tough side of town and find a few people and make a dream come true, why not you? If we've got good health for many, why not the rest? If it's happened for you, why not others? And why not you? I want you to take that personal. Why not? Why not? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you going to do? Why not see how much you can do, how far you can go? Now, here's number 3. Why not you? I wish I could say that to each of you individually, but it would take a couple of lifetimes to sit down and talk with each of you individually. But I would rather do that. I'd rather sit down and talk with you and your family with the fire burning in the living room than to be standing on this platform. That's my true desire. I'd love to talk to you and your children face to face. That's what I'd really like to do. I'd love to spend a couple of days with each of you personally and pour out my heart, my soul, what's going on in my head, what's going on with me, see if we couldn't connect and find something valuable. But time doesn't permit for us to have those intimate conversations and get to know each other that well. So I've got to do it from up here. But I want you to take it personal. And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you? And I'm here to say that I'm ready to pledge my support to make your personal dreams come true. I asked the question, why not you? But I'm not going to ask it and just walk away. I'm going to ask it and walk with you in this journey as we take Herbalife around the world. And now here's my last question. My very last question on the questions to ponder is, why not now? There never was a better time. Mark has brought Herbalife to an incredible mountaintop. He's brought Herbalife with the help of others who have brought it here. It has been brought to a special moment. Barcelona was special, and Orlando was outrageous. But I'm telling you, this extravaganza has been the most awesome thing I have ever seen. All of your cooperation, the way you have learned and listened and worked hard to get it all, I congratulate you for that. But Mark brought us here. And what a time now for us to take this dream and not let it die. Take this dream and give it life. Take this dream and breathe into it your own personal spirit until finally it becomes a flame that burns around the whole world. Let's go do it now. There's 4 parts to your future. Some of you that have heard my presentation before, let me just give a quick review here. 4 parts to really cashing in here on the future. One is the leadership we've got going here. Who can help but be incredibly inspired, right? Mark never met his father until he was 20 years old. And the tragedy we're all acquainted with when you're a teenager, to have your mother die from a drug overdose, not something you want to tell around town.
Ninth grade education, high school dropout. The judge had to decide who he was to live with when he was a little kid. All the stuff he went through. Finally got a hold of an idea, saying when his mother died, there's got to be a better way. Dedicated himself to finding it. And finally put it all together. His grandmother was his first customer. I love to tell the Mark Hughes story. He started with what he had. And that's Mark's story. If you got pennies, you start with pennies. If you got a grandmother, you start with a grandmother. If you don't have one, you borrow one, right, from somewhere around the neighborhood. Now, if you don't have anything, you start with nothing. If you've got handicaps, you start with the handicaps. If you're young, you start young. If you're ill, you start ill. If you're behind, you start behind. You just don't make any excuses. You get started. And day by day, you can fashion your own future. Call by call, you can fashion your future. Person by person. Distributor by distributor. Customer by customer. Hour by hour. Conversation by conversation. Just pick up a chapter from the leadership here. Just pick it up and see if you can fashion for your